Good morning friends, welcome to economic classes. In the last class we were discussing about the theory of consumer behavior. With continuation to that we are continuing some more topics in this today's class. In the last class we have discussed more about the law of diminishing marginal utility in detail. We have seen there the assumptions of law of diminishing marginal utility and the profounders and the originators of law of diminishing marginal utility and the explanation point by the help of schedule and diagram, and also the importance and the some of limitations and all we have discussed in the last class. In today's class we just go through with the differentiation between total utility and marginal utility. So let us see what are the different points that we are going to know, or we are going to see that they are difference in between one another, that is total utility and marginal utility. Coming to the meaning point of view, total utility and marginal utility. So meaning point of view, total utility, as we already know, total utility is the sum total of the utiles or the total satisfaction or the total utility derived by the consumption of each and every units of the total commodity which have been taken for the consumption purpose. So the sum total of all the utiles that taken together by the consumption of all units, and that is called total utility. Whereas coming to the marginal utility is the additional utility or an extra utility derived from the consumption of an extra unit of a commodity that has been taken for the consumption. Extra utility that has been derived by the consumption of an extra unit of a commodity, that is called marginal utility. These are the meanings, and that is how these two are different one another. And coming to the formula that we use to calculate both of these, where while calculating the total utility we have the formula total utility is equal to the sum of marginal utilities or the sum of the utiles that have been derived from each and every unit of the commodities. So let us see that one. TU is equals to summation MU, summation or sigma MU, MU where it is marginal utility. If you sum all the marginal utility together, then that is what it is, the total utility. And coming to the formula of this marginal utility can be calculated. MU is equals to TUN minus 1. So here TU is the total utility of nth product minus total utility of n minus 1th product. So by deducting n minus 1th total utility in nth product of the total utility, then we are going to derive marginal utility. We also have other formula that to calculate marginal utility, that is delta TU divided by delta Q, where it means change in total utility divided by change in quantity consumed, then we can also calculate marginal utility. So like that we have different formula to calculate this total utility and marginal utility. By this formula also these two are different. And coming to the next one, on the basis of the expansion, TU which means total utility, MU which means marginal utility. So this is again one more differentiation. And coming to the next one, as we already seen in the law of diminishing marginal utility law or theory, that as and when the total utility goes on increases, the marginal utility go on diminishes. That how we have already seen in the last example. That is how the total utility goes on increases, the same time marginal utility goes on diminishes. Okay, so this is how we are going to call here. The total utility as it goes on increases, marginal utility goes on diminishes. So the other point, third differentiation point here, as the total, fourth one, as the total utility goes on increases, marginal utility goes on diminishes or decreases. This is again differentiation. And coming to the next one, when the total utility is maximum at the peak point, its highest point, the same time the marginal utility will be 0. So look at this diagram here. So as the total utility is highest, in the last example we have taken 20 was the highest. So 20 is the highest, whereas the marginal utility is exactly equals to 0. So here we will say that as the total utility is the maximum, the marginal utility will be 0. So this is again we differentiate each other. And coming to the next one here, as and when the total utility starts diminishing after reaching the maximum point, so our maximum satisfaction, that after reaching the 20 is the maximum utility that we are going to derive. As soon as reaching the maximum point, if it starts decreasing or diminishes, the same time marginal utility, look at this diagram here, this is the area where it came down to the negative zone, or which crosses OX axis and falls into the negative zone, which means as the total utility after reaching the maximum point, if it comes down or it starts decreasing, the same time the marginal utility will be crossing the OX axis and falls in the negative zone. So this is how again we differentiate each other. And coming to the one more thing here, as the totality, so as we already seen, total utility may not be 0 and it will not even come to negative zone, but marginal utility may be 0 and it may also come to negative zone. So these are some of the differentiation points that we have seen in this particular table. So these two are different one another by looking to all these different differentiation points. So after completion of this utility, so let us move towards the next topic, that is budget set and budget line. So as we all know that in our common daily life that we use budget. So for 1 month we are going to say monthly budget, weekly budget, yearly budget, or for some particular time period we are going to decide what is our budget. So here budget is nothing but it is income that we are going to use that income in order to purchase different commodities to lead our life. Whatever the goods that it may be, those goods we are going to use to lead our life by the use of the budget, which indicates the total sum of amount. So here budget set, what the budget set is going to indicate? Budget set, which means the income what we are going to set in order to purchase different commodities. Set means what we are going to keep, that we are going to put for the purpose of purchasing different commodities. So that is what we are going to see budget set. So coming to the meaning point of view, what the budget set is going to tell us. So budget set is going to explain, it is the collection of different bundles of two commodities or different commodities which are available to a consumer at a prevailing market price and at a given level of income. We are going to collect, we are going to purchase different combinations or different bundles of different commodities, and that how we are going to purchase all these different bundles of commodities at a prevailing market price. What is the price? It is there in the market for that price and at a given level of income, which is the income that we have with us, the total income what we have with us, that within that income level, and we are going to purchase different commodities at a market price. That is what it is going to call as a budget set. I repeat, the meaning of this budget set is collection of different bundles of goods and services which are available to a consumer at a prevailing market price and at a given level of income. And here this budget set is also called as opportunity set. This can also be called in other name, which is opportunity set. So to find this, we have a formula again here. To find this particular budget set, we have a formula, that how we write and we estimate the budget of purchasing different commodities here. That how we have the formula here, that M is equals to P1 X1 plus P2 X2. We have a formula to calculate budget set here, that is M is equals to P1 into X1 plus P2 into X2, where this M is equals to income, the total income which is there with the consumer. It is M means what? Income or money income. And coming to P1, P1 is the price of a commodity, price of a good, whichever it may be, or price of a first good. We are taking two goods here. If for example we are taking two goods of different combinations, then we will take the price. P1 means price of a first good. And coming to X1, X1 is the quantity of a first good, quantity of a first good. Whereas coming to P2, P2 is what? Price of second good. Where as already mentioned, we are taking two goods here, X1 and X2. So here P1, P2 are the prices of X1 and X2. X1, X2 are the examples that we are taking for our calculation here. So coming to the X2 now, X2 is what? Quantity of second good. M is money income, P1 is price of the first commodity, X1 is the quantity of first commodity, P2 is the price of second commodity, X2 is the what quantity of second commodity. By applying this, we are going to set the budget income for the purpose of purchasing different combinations of our different bundles of our these two commodities. So let us understand this by taking an example here. So assume that the income given here is maybe rupees 40. That how I write M may be rupees 40. We have a rupees 40 rupees is income to us with us, and in that the price of this one X1, the price of X1, that what we call P1. P1 means price of X1, which means price of our first commodity, maybe rupees 10. Just we are taking rupees 10. And coming to P2, price of second commodity, that it may be rupees 5. Then what are the available bundles that we can purchase, or what are the different combinations, or what are the different options we left in order to purchase these two goods here? As we have 40 rupees is the income, whereas the price of X1 or the first commodity is 10, and price of second commodity is 5. Then how do you prepare the combinations of different goods here? So in order to that, so if we go with the first option I have here, either I may purchase only of X1. Here X1 means how I can purchase? Out of this I may purchase 4 of X1. 4 of X1 means 10 into 4 equals to 40. I may purchase only of X1. This is one combination, one option. And the second one, I may purchase 8 of X2. 8 of X2. How I can purchase 8 of X2? This is what 5 rupees of X2 that I have here. Then I can purchase 8 of X2. Means 8 quantity of X2, that is multiplied with 5 rupees of that X2. Then 8 into 5, that again I get 40. Then in this way I can make different options here, different combinations that I can do here. Within the availability of this income, that I can set different bundles, different options, and that is what this is called budget set. Still more we will understand by taking one more example, and somewhat will give a break over there. Okay, so this is how, let us directly go through with that example, that how we can set the budget, and that is what it is useful in everyone's life. So the same thing I am going to take here, that is how money income is given rupees 40. So imagine we have rupees 40 is the income. In that case, what are the different bundles, options that I can do? Let us understand with the help of schedule and diagram. This is what we are going to have here. Explanation of the budget set with the help of schedule, and also coming to the one more as I left here, that is budget line. Budget set is the collection of bundles which are available to a consumer at a prevailing market price and at an existing income level. Whereas in coming to the budget line is the graphical representation of the budget set, which means here in budget line we are going to say it is the graph which represents the total income of a consumer exactly equals to the total money spent or the total cost on goods what we are going to purchase, which means it's a budget line is a line which represents the total money income exactly equal to the cost or the total money spent on purchase of different goods and services. So here this budget line can also be called as price line. So as I already told you, whatever we are discussing here, and this only some of important questions, that is multiple choice questions may ask in CA, CS, ICMA, competitive exams, and in any of the exams, especially in banking and all, they may ask here. So how they may ask here, that as I already told to you, price line, that is budget line is also called as price line. That is what you should keep in your mind. Budget line is called dash, option A, option B, option C, like that they ask. In that you have to select price line, where budget set is called opportunity set, and budget line is called as price line. Okay, is that clear? Well, now let us back to this and we'll understand that what we have to understand here, budget set and budget line with the help of schedule and diagram. So let me go through with the schedule here, that I am going to derive the schedule. The schedule may be here of different combinations. One column is combinations, the second column is units of X1 and units of X2 and money income spent. The first one, second, third. So first one is combinations. What are the different combinations that we have? And the second, that how we are going here, units of apple. I am just taking X1 as an apple, units of apple. And second, units of banana. I am taking two examples here. One is apple, where in the name of x1 I am taking apple, where in the name of a b, that is what x2, I am taking banana. And here income spent. Income spent. How much of income we had, that must exactly spent. That is what the budget line it tells us. The total income that spent on the consumption must be one and the same, which are equal, where the income and cost are very similar, which means exactly equal. So now we see combinations, different combinations we'll do here. Combination A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, like that, different combinations we can do, not only of this. So how much of income we have, and that how we can make a different combination, that we are going to see here. So as in this case I have made a total 6 combinations, A, B, C, D, E, F, 6 combinations, and come to the units of apple and units of banana, and the total income spent. So as I given here one example, that we have rupees 40 as our income. The income is 40. So out of 40, how do you purchase units of apple, how do you purchase units of banana, and how you make that 40 rupees exactly spent on purchase of these 2 units. So in this case I just have to make it equal, the total income to total cost. Then I make one combination here. The units that I am going to purchase here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This is one example I am going to do here. Then coming to this one, I can just say 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Why actually I made these 2 combinations here? Why I took 5 here and why I took 0, or why I took 4 here and why I took 2 here? As I already told you, budget set, where it is going to tell us the total income must be spent and the total cost must be equal here. The income what we are going to have and the total cost what we are going to spend, both must be equal here. That how it is going to equal in the money income spent, then I will show you that very clearly. So let us see now. So as our income is 40, right? So in this 40, if I purchase 5 units of apple and no units of banana, then what may be the price of apple? In that case, what we do, 40 must be divided by the quantities of apple. What is the quantity I have taken in the first case? It is 5. So 40 divided by 5, it comes to rupees 8. Means 5 1 jar, 5 8 jar 40. Then the price of apple is 40. So now I just write here the price of apple is 8 rupees. The price of apple is 8 rupees. How it comes 8? That 40 is the total income divided by the quantity that I am going to purchase in the first combination, that is A. Then the rupees that it comes here, 8 rupees is the price of apple. So when I come to this, half of this will be the price of banana. How much the half of this means? It is 4. Why I took half of this? Because to make the total income must be equal to the total cost to be equal, and that is what I took half of that. So that we will understand one example, or by this first one combination, later you will come to know very easily. So let us see now. As the price of apple is 8 and the units of apple are 5 and the price of banana is 4, the units of banana are 0. Then money income spent, how do we do this? Let us see. P1 is 8. As we know other formula, M is equal to what? P1 x1 plus P2 x2. This is the formula we have. So I should write P1, that to make money income spent. P1 means 8 rupees into x1, that I have taken apple, that is 5, plus P2 is the price of that banana is 4 rupees into the units of this banana is 0. Then how much you will get here? See, now it equals to 40. How it comes 40? Let us see. 8 5s are 40. 4 into 0, 0. 0 plus 40 equals to 40 only. Right? So this is what? Our income was 40 and we spent 40, and this is how both are same. This is how we'll look into this table. Coming to the combination number 2, that is at B. At option B, we are purchasing 4 units of apple whereas 2 units of banana. As we know the price 4 units and the price of this apple is 8 and the banana apple we are going to purchase is 4 plus 4 rupees is the price of banana and 2 bananas we are going to purchase. Now you make 8 4 jar 24, 4 2 jar 8, 8 4 jar, how much 8 4 jar 32, 8 4 jar 32, 4 2 jar 8, then total it will be again 40. Getting? So this is how we are again getting the same, means we have made a combination. The combinations where they are there by having the total income and the total cost are one and the same. And coming to the same in the different things here, different combinations, where here 8 rupees and 3 plus again 4 into 4 will get 40. In the next case, 8 rupees into 2 plus 6 into 4 rupees into 6 again will get 40. And the next one, 8 rupees into 1 plus 4 rupees into 8 again will get 40. In the last case, in the last combination also, that 8 rupees into 0 plus 4 rupees into 10 units, there also will get 40. In all the different combinations, our income what we have, it is going to spend exactly on what the two combinations of apple and banana we are going to purchase. The combinations are A, B, C, D, E, F. All the combinations where they are going to show the total income what we have is going to spend exactly on the different combinations of these two. And that is what, this is the schedule where we are going to call this as a budget set. This is the scheduled representation of this budget set we have here. And the same, if we go to the budget line, that how we are going to spend, that schedule is going to be put into the diagram. The diagram is going to put here. That is how we will see. Here what we do, we will take on OX axis the combinations of the units of apple and banana, and OY axis, that is how we are going to take that apple and banana that we are going to have on O axis and OX axis, the different combination, and that we can see here. So that I am going to take apple on this OX axis, whereas banana on OY axis. Apple that we have here 0 to 5, that I will take 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And OX axis I have taken the apple, and OY axis I am going to take the banana. So the banana, it started with 0 to 10. So again make a particular unit by taking the width must be same. So here I am going to do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and this is Y. On Y axis I have taken banana, and OX axis I have taken apple. So now let us see the combinations how we have done. So at the combination of A, I have taken 5 units of apple and 0 units of banana. That I am going to take the first combination. Apple is going to be 5, this is a 5, whereas banana is 0. So on OX axis we will do apple, this is going to be 5, and banana it is going to be 0. This point it comes here. And coming to the next one, at combination number B, 4, 2. 4, 2 means 4 is apple, 4 is the apple, and 2 is the banana. 2 is the banana. This is apple, this is banana, OX axis. OX axis is apple, OY axis is banana. So OX axis which is 4, and OY axis it is 2. That point comes here. And then after that, the third combination 3, 4. It is 3 and it comes 4. And coming to the next one, 2, 6. This is 2 and it comes 6. 2, 6. And coming to the next one, 1, 8. 1 and this is 8. And the last one, 10. Which means OX axis apple is 0, whereas OY axis it is 10. That is what it comes here. It is 10. When I join these points, see, this is what I am going to call, this is the budget line. Budget line, as I already told you, it is the graphical representation of the budget set. Here, these are the different combinations. I can say here it is A, B, C, D, E and F. In combination A, what are the different units of these two I can purchase? At A, I may purchase 5 of apple, 0 of banana. At B, I may purchase 4 of apple, 2 of banana. At C, 3 of apple, 4 of banana. And coming to at D, 2 of apple, 6 of banana. And coming to at E, 1 of apple, 8 of banana. And last at F, 0 of apple. I can't purchase apple because the price of this banana itself 4, and I maximally can purchase 10 units of banana. So 4 into 10 it comes to 40, so that I can't purchase any units of apple. So by this way I can make different combinations within the availability of income, and I can just draw a line which is called as budget line. Okay, so this is very important from the point of examination as well as for some of the competitive exams. I hope you are clear with in this today's class. meaning and explanation of budget set and budget line with the formula, that is M is equal to P1 X1 plus P2 X2. In the next class, still more concepts we'll study. Until, take care. Thank you.